It's been a while since we last hear anything new about the Duskbloods, but today I want to go back and talk about it, because even with the current silence, there's actually a lot we already know about this game. I'm KurtTheFlame, and today in this video I want to go through everything we know so far about the Duskbloods, what kind of experience FromSoftware is building, and why this project could end up being far more important than it might seem at first glance. The Duskbloods is a brand new IP directed by Hidetaka Miyazaki himself, and is currently set to release sometime in 2026. One of the biggest surprises surrounding this project is the fact that it's a Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive, which is honestly wild when you think about it. The project began when FromSoftware met with Nintendo and presented an early experimental concept that was very different from anything they had done before. Nintendo showed strong interest in the idea and support the project, and when Switch 2 entered the picture, FromSoftware reworked the game to fully take advantage of the new hardware, especially for online play. At its core, the Duskbloods is a PvPvE game, meaning players will fight both other players and AI-controlled enemies at the same time. Up to 8 players can take part in an online match, and while the basic objective is often to be the last player standing, the condition for victory can change depending on the match. Sometimes players may need to cooperate to defeat a powerful boss, other times special objectives or world events can completely shift priorities. Miyazaki himself has said he's not a big fan of PvP, which is why the game allows room for strategic, opportunistic and non-aggressive playstyles. Players control characters known as the Bloodsworn, humans who have gained supernatural abilities through a special type of blood. They resemble vampires, but not in the traditional monstrous sense. Instead, FromSoftware leaned into a more romantic and tragic interpretation, which immediately brings Bloodborne to mind. The story takes place during an event called the Twilight of Humanity, a moment when human civilization is nearing its end, and a mysterious substance known as the First Blood begins to flow. Bloodsworn are summoned from different eras and locations to compete for it, which explains why the game's setting spans multiple time periods and styles. The environments range from gothic and Victorian-style cities to early industrial and modern locations, complete with trains, firearms, and steampunk-inspired technology. The reveal trailer alone shows massive cathedrals, surreal imagery, and enormous enemies that feel very much in line with FromSoftware's signature boss design. From a gameplay perspective, the Duskbloods introduce far more dynamic movement than previous FromSoftware titles, because the Bloodsworn have supernatural powers. Players can perform super jumps, double jumps, fast traversal moves, and use ranged weapons like guns. Some characters can even fly using jetpack-like devices. Each character has unique abilities, weapons, and the power to summon entities to assist in combat. There are more than a dozen playable characters, each with a strong identity and visual style, and customization goes far beyond cosmetics. Players can modify what the game calls the history and destiny of the blood, which affects abilities, appearance, stats, and even narrative roles within online matches. Some players may be assigned roles like destined rivals, where they must hunt down a specific player, or destined companions, where cooperation with another player leads to a special rewards. This system creates an emergent storytelling and player-driven drama that feels closer to a tabletop RPG than a traditional action game. Matches are further shaken up by random world events that can change objectives, enemies, and rewards in real time. In the trailer we even see a massive stone face floating in the sky, altering the flow of the match and player motivations. Storytelling follows Miyazaki's signature fragmented approach, but this time much of the lore is embedded directly into gameplay system and character customization rather than only item descriptions. By shaping a character's blood, destiny, and role, players actively participate in building the narrative. FromSoftware has spent more time refining the gameplay of the Duskbloods than on any of their previous games, including Eldenring, which says a lot about the importance of this project. As of now, the Duskbloods is confirmed for release in 2026, with no specific date yet. Everything we've seen suggests this isn't a side project, but a major experimental title that could influence FromSoftware's future and possibly the genre itself. The Duskbloods feels like a fusion of Bloodborne's atmosphere, Eldenring's ambition, PvPvE experimentation, and tabletop RPG style roleplay ideas, all wrapped into something new and genuinely exciting. Before I go, quick reminder that Eldenringtarnishededition is also coming to Nintendo Switch 2, and I have already had the chance to try it, so if you want to hear my thoughts, make sure to check that video out. You'll find the link in the description. Let me know in the comments what you think about the Duskbloods, how you feel about a FromSoftware multiplayer focused game, and what you think about it being a Switch 2 exclusive. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one.